many men are demanding that girls are working when they're looking for this stuff. You know, if you can find someone who wants to work, fair enough. But at the same time, I don't think it should be obliged.
If I had a preference, money's not even in the equation. I would want her to work.
You're gonna get tired and you're gonna get stressed out and this stuff, but just have it in the back of your mind. Yeah, this is what man's life is. Yes, guys, what you say, my people? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Answer.
It's Saqib.
And your boy Hobbs.
And guys, Eid Mubarak to all of you guys watching. It's not quite Eid for us yet, but Eid Mubarak. Yeah. Hope you have an amazing day. Hope you have a blessed day. Yes, boys. It's not really quite Eid for us at the moment.
It's coming up.
Few days.
2 days.
Depending.
It might be one day, bro.
One day. For you, it might be a couple of days still.
That's true.
Depends where you are.
Yeah.
Now, but what time? Obviously, the time you guys are watching upload is going to be on Eid, but for us, it's literally about 2 days before. So, hope you guys have a blessed day, amazing day with your families. Make sure you enjoy your food. Enjoy it.
That's it, man.
Proper. The samosas.
By the way, what do you normally have for Eid?
I have a lot of stuff, man.
Talk me through your traditional regular Eid routine.
I'm not gonna lie, it's boring, bro.
Bro,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's
You might as well
go
go. Mine was boring, bro.
Where do I start? Eid day. So I wake up super early, right? Have a shower, get ready for Eid prayer, and then I go with my family to the mosque. We pray our Eid prayer, and then we come back home. A different route. We come back home.
Yeah.
That's always been a tradition for us. And then when we come back home, before we go for prayer, we eat something sweet quickly, like something a little sweet, whether it's like a bit of mitai or something. So we'll eat that, like just a quick one.
Yeah, so is it called samia? What is it called? Samia.
Semia.
You have that? No.
That's semolina.
No, man.
Shemai. Semia is that the stringy thing?
Yeah.
With the milk or cream and we call it shemai. Shemaun.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Can't
Yeah, so we come back from Eid prayer, and that's when it depends on the year, but usually we go all to our aunts for breakfast, and we eat like breakfast there. But it's like samosas, fry-ups, different things, and then all the people that came to my aunts, we switch around. We all go to like my other cousin's house or my uncle's house or my house. Everyone comes over, and it's like people go to different people's houses.
Lots of family
food
and stuff, isn't it?
There's one thing. Once it's 4 or 5 o'clock, everyone's in a food coma. Like you hold plans for the evening. You have plans of let's go there. Let's go
that's
there.
the thing, isn't it? Especially after fasting a whole month, you just wanna. That's the day where you just let your guard down, isn't it? You just literally enjoy every single
feast, bro. Just feast, bro.
100%.
You know. You basically let the flavors just flow in your mouth for pretty much everything. The kebabs, the samosas, the God.
Bro, I'm working this year, bro. I'm working this year, man.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sagging, bro. Working both Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's sad.
But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to obviously go prayers in the morning, do all the stuff in the morning, go to work late after 12 or something, do a late shift.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Might as well, man. I'm sure they'll be flexible with that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So
what can you do when you're the boss, isn't it? You make the rules.
Exactly.
That was a little bit forced, but
That was forced.
Boys, let me chat to the people quickly, innit? Guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe, man. I mean, it's not hard, bro. Come on, man. If you haven't already, just subscribe. Whilst you're at it, just give us a like as well. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. You know, we're on 370 or something like that.
15,000?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, trust me.
Our TikTok has been doing well. Obviously, because Ramadan it's been a bit quiet, but
Yeah.
we want to push our YouTube.
We want to push YouTube,
well,
yeah. We want to create content for you guys, so without your support, obviously we can't create content. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. Leave us a little comment in the comment section as well.
Give some feedback.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
We need your help, guys. We need your help. 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
Yeah. He needs your help.
Yeah, I need your help. Yeah. I need your help.
And your I was gonna say them subscribing, is zakat eligible.
It's sadaqah, bro.
You pay your zakat, bro. Just click that subscribe button.
Anyways, guys, let's get straight into the video, man. So Saqib, I heard you got the video lined up for us today.
Well, sort of, bro. So obviously, of course, the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 3 episodes we've been focusing on Ramadan specials. Alhamdulillah, went really, really well. But today I wanted to go back a little bit. Go, just smoothing the transition. Coming, as we're exiting Ramadan, let's go back to come back to reality a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
So the topic for today is working women.
Working women.
Okay. Yeah. So obviously you can imagine this is going to be quite broad.
Yeah.
So obviously without further delays, let's crack on. Yeah. Let's crack on. So guys, look, with the cost of living crisis and the rise of inflation, obviously everyone realizes that it's really, really difficult to manage a household and all that sort of stuff, right? Obviously we're also living in the UK, right? So obviously being a Western country, there's our thought processes and the way society works is a lot different to how people are from different backgrounds and stuff. So guys, basically I'm just to kick it off.
Yeah.
In today's world, many men are demanding that girls are working when they're looking for this stuff, right? When they're looking to kind of settle down, they kind of want a working woman. What's your thoughts on that?
You have to work, bro. In this day and age, you have to work, man.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Oh wow.
You have to work, man.
You have to work.
Well, both. Even the woman.
Both. Yeah. I think if you got the means, if you're a baller, millionaire, billionaire, then obviously you don't need to. Obviously the woman can stay at home. If she need to work if you don't want to work.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, I think both parties have to work, bro. You can't go any other way. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's interesting, man.
Why is it interesting? It's not interesting at all. It's
interesting
just standard, bro.
Because like that's pretty much sounds like a demand.
It is a demand.
It's a demand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm joking. It's not demand, but like, you have to. You kind of in the given circumstances.
Given the current situation, obviously with the rise, with
inflation, cost of living, everything, house prices gone up.
It's too difficult to be
It's
survive
hard,
on
bro.
one
It's
income.
hard. Ideally, obviously, if you can, then yeah, you probably would want the husband to be working.
But the reason why I'm saying this is because obviously with all these Richter applications and CVs and all that sort of stuff, a lot of men nowadays are actually putting in there that they want a working woman, a professional working woman, or something like that. Now, obviously, that kind of is moving away from what the traditional thoughts was, right? So, as in your views, that's absolutely correct, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah. Well, it's not set in stone.
Yeah.
It's not saying that it's not something like she has to work. But it's like I said, in the given circumstances, you probably have to work in it. You kind of have to work. You think about it, bro. Like if your missus at home, right, and she's not working, right? What is she gonna be doing then? Like, you know what I mean? She just has a lot of spare time to be doing what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the man's working, what's the woman doing at home?
Yeah.
She's probably gonna be going out or finding things to entertain herself and stuff like that. So you kind of want her to work. So you don't want her to be bored, bro.
Yeah.
You give the opportunity to be bored, then you're gonna end up doing our.
Do women get bored?
I think if you're staying at home.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Fair enough. What's your thoughts, Hobbs?
I think part of what Ansa has said is what I agree with. I feel like in this day and age, for the average human being, a person that's not earning a lot but enough to survive, it's still not enough to run a marriage. And if you want to, it depends on the quality of life you want to live. If someone is just happy where they're working and all their money is just going on the necessities and they're left with nothing, and that's it, they're happy to live in that cycle, by all means, then don't, the missus doesn't need to work. But a lot of people want that sort of lifestyle where they feel not financially free, but they're not stressed. They're not living paycheck to paycheck. They can save some money and whatnot. And I think that only works when both people are working. Because your bills are not doubled when two people are living. It's you're saving together. So you're actually saving more when you're both working.
It's more of a partnership now, isn't it?
Exactly.
Nowadays, bro. It's more of a partnership.
You're right.
You were mentioning about the CV about men saying that I'm only looking for professional women or people that are working. I don't agree with them putting that in the CV and stuff. But for me as a man, if I'm trying to justify or back that guy, for me my only thing to back him would be, okay, you're not looking for someone to work, but it's not necessarily you're looking for someone that's working. You're just looking for someone who understands the life of working and how money works. Because let's be honest, a lot of females, because generally in families and stuff, the girl, the daughter, they're always the ones where if anything comes, the family will pay for it. For me, I think what that man wants when he's saying in a CV, or I want a working lady, is that, okay, someone who understands that maybe we both have to work together to reach our goals, someone who's got that mindset similar. And I think, that's one justification I can think of.
Yeah. What do you think, Skip?
Yeah.
No, I agree with you guys. Like that, yes, in today's worldly pressures, I can understand why why certain men would like to have a partner who's like working. But in my personal opinion, I don't think that should be a demand. I think yes, if you can, if you can find someone who wants to work, fair enough. But at the same time, I don't think it should be obliged. It shouldn't be like an obligation. That's my personal views. I understand that obviously there's financial strains and all that sort of stuff. But then obviously we are talking about application marriage, right? We're talking about arranged marriage.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
It's your choice, basically. You have that leeway to choose in it, basically. Yeah.
But putting that down on your application, that's where I kind of wonder if that can automatically become like a bit of a red flag.
Yeah.
Like for girls. Like, do you know what I mean? Like is this man?
But I want to know, like outside of finances, if say finance was an issue, would you still want your missus to work? If you're providing, if you got enough money to provide, would you still want your missus to work?
I would. For me personally, bro, I would leave it up to my wife. Like,
No, that's not up to us. I want to know what you want to.
What I want.
Yeah.
What I want personally.
Yeah. Would you want to stay home or do you want to go work?
Bro, I genuinely don't have a problem with either. I genuinely don't.
Preference.
If you had to choose one.
So basically, it's not in between. It's basically one of the other.
Yeah.
This guy's trying to I'll let her choose, bro.
We don't sit on the fence here, bro. We don't sit on the fence. You're sitting firmly on the fence here today, bro.
No, bro, I'm not sitting on the fence, bro. Like, I'm genuinely saying that, saying that, you know.
No, ideally,
my
obviously,
missus wants to work, then 100%, bro, work. Because at the end of the day, look, the thing is, everyone needs to ensure their own career pathways. In today's world, I personally think, women should have that sort of
freedom.
That freedom to be able to, pursue their career.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's really, really important. At the end of the day, look, in today's world, you don't know what the future holds. You could, as a man, you can end up with like a massive mortgage and say, God knows what's going to happen with yourself. You might end up having a disability in the next 5 years. You might have a road traffic accident. Anything can happen, right? And same vice versa, right? So depending on the other person's income, I think it's a little bit tricky, right? But I think at least if for example they've got that sort of career background, then in future you never know when it's going to come in handy, whether they want to use it, whether they don't, but at least they've got that option there to fall back on. Do you know what I mean?
That's a sick answer, but you didn't answer my question, bro.
Yeah, I like the way it was just like circling, innit? Going around in circles.
What's your question, bro? What's your question? Let me answer it.
Do you want your missus to be working or not, bro?
And money's not
an issue.
Money's not an issue,
No.
bro. I would probably want her to experience the career life. Am I still not answering?
We need one word.
Just yes or no, bro.
You're like, if I
We're all gonna answer. Don't worry, we're all gonna answer.
Bro, do I want her to work?
Yeah. In an idealistic way, in an idealistic world,
no, money's no issue.
Money's no
I mean,
issue.
it's a simple answer, to be honest.
What is the simple answer?
I'm here for you. I want to hear, bro.
Yeah.
It's about what you want, isn't it?
I'm answering. I'm genuinely answering. Look, as long as we can find the balance with kids, for example, right? With what is wrong with you guys?
It's yes or no, bro.
It's not about
Yes or no, bro.
Listen, look. If we can find a balance with the kids,
Yeah.
if we can find a balance with household duties, then yes, I would want her to work. If we can't find the balance, then finances are not an issue, then I don't think we need I don't think I would want her to work, because I'd basically want her to be able to enjoy life, relax, enjoy, go out,
Proper darpoke you on it. Proper
What are you doing,
darpoke, bro.
darpoke?
Darpoke you on it.
Yes and no.
How's about you? How's about you?
Mine's a simple, straight answer. Maybe.
It's not Darpo, bro. I'm being genuine.
You know what? I'll be honest. From what you said, right? I still don't know if I say yes or a no.
But bro, the fact that look,
I know there's so many
the
factors.
fact
It's
is,
very
no,
obviously
no,
that's
no.
in the obvious idealistic
bro,
way.
it's not a question where you can answer yes or no though.
Let me answer it.
Right?
Okay, you answer.
Go on, you answer it. But
What's
then,
the question?
but if look, the problem is if you answer it yes or no, you're not considering all factors.
No, but we're not talking about
I'm
factors.
just-
But you have
whatever
to.
the
We're talking about
question is-
preference.
Yeah.
What my preference
Yeah, yeah.
is. Okay, right. So that's a different
Well,
question.
what was I missing, bro?
That's a different question though.
What was I missing?
Run the tape. Run the tape.
Right.
Actually, don't too much editing.
Go ahead. Your preference.
What my preference is.
Mm.
Yeah. My preference would be she doesn't need to work.
Okay.
Yeah. My preference would be no. What's the need for you to work if you know if there's enough finances I'm providing. You know what? Enjoy yourself. What you know, like as in find activities to do. You know, like as in whether you want to go focus on gym or like you know move about and go out and socially and all that sort of stuff. Do that instead. But as in you know, why should you have to strain yourself? Yeah, for finances. Yeah, when there's no need.
We got there.
We got there. Yeah.
We got there.
Okay.
What's the way?
For me, it's two answers. Everyone's going around and okay. So the first one is yes. If I had a preference, you know, money is not even in the equation. I would want her to work.
Yeah.
Now, my answer to my answer is, I don't want her to work full time. Whether even if it's 1 day a week or half a day a week, because I really feel like it's so important for not just women, for everyone to work so that you're learning a lot more, you're more with it, with the economy, with the way the world is working, with everything. Because I'll be honest, I've seen in so many relationships where, you know, traditional ones, like old school style, where the husband is working, the female, you know, the missus, she's at home and that's all she knows. You know, she doesn't know no like worldly affairs, nothing, no knowledgeable about careers, people's lifestyles, the 9 to 5, all of these stuff. So I feel like it's important. Because if the man is doing this for majority of his life working, you know, that's the closest a woman will get or anyone will get to actually understanding.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
and that's why I feel like it's important for anyone to be working. I'm not saying full time. If it's not for monetary value, see it as like. And sometimes, bro, you need to get away from the house. Sometimes when you're in the house, even if you're not working, you're too laid back. Everything's too cushy for you. That's not good. Because you become so complacent, you become too relaxed. You don't realize and I'm grateful for what you have. Because majority of people out there, both people are working because they've got no choice but to work. So it brings you back into real life sometimes when you're working. Now, going to my other point as well is, again, without monetary value, it was what Sakib was saying towards the end. I would not want my wife to work because why are we working? We're working to provide and protect, and we're giving our all to our other half. So it only makes sense for me. Like that would be a dream, knowing that, you know what, like you're not working. It's like retiring someone. You know, it's a wicked feeling. So that's another angle as well that I would look at. But yeah,
good point, man. Good point. Me, like I said, I'm gonna second that as well. I'm saying like you work, man. The reason why, obviously, if the finance is an issue, bro, you got a flexibility of working whatever you want to work. So you don't have to necessarily be in a workplace where you're struggling or you're pushing yourself to make ends meet. You can be even self-employed if you wanted to. Do you know what I'm saying? Start a business. Do you know what I mean? Follow your dreams, man. If finance is an issue, literally chase your dreams, man. Start a business in it.
Sell your samosas at home.
Exactly. Anything.
Make your peace.
It could be bakery, anything,
But
bro.
that's once again not answering the question.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I said work.
No.
And this, maybe basically we said finance is an issue, innit? So she could work wherever she wants to work.
Yeah, but so she can work if she wants to work.
No, she can work whatever she wants to work.
But she's gonna work.
She's gonna work though.
You would want her to work.
Yeah.
What if she doesn't want to work?
Then she doesn't work. My preference is for her to work.
Okay, fair enough.
And I'll tell you why, right? If she's at home and she's not doing anything, like same thing what Hob said, she's gonna be like vacant. She's not gonna be able to do anything. She's wasting her skills. Yeah. She's wasting her life basically. Innit?
But you know, ultimately, we're saying all this, right? But by the end of it, we're pretty much saying the same thing, that ultimately it's still the woman's choice.
Yeah, of course. And
Yeah,
obviously,
so-
that's the woman's.
so at the end of the day,
Now,
she has the freedom
the
to make her own
question
choice.
Is it still the woman's choice when, say, for example, now you're financially struggling, the man is working hours, but he's still not like they're just barely making ends meet. Now the woman, she's able to work, right? Now, would you say that she has to work, but what if she turns around to you and says, "I'm not working"? But say she can see the struggle that you're having financially, and she's capable to work. It's not she's one of those people where, okay, it's going to be difficult for you to work. She just made that choice. I'm not working. How would you feel? And obviously you can't force someone, but how would you feel? What's your take?
But
on
if
that?
she's not working from the get go, right, and then halfway through you ask her to work,
Then you
it's hard, bro.
It's
You know
hard.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If she's working, if she's working from the start, then obviously she's already experienced in working, isn't she? So she's able to help in.
But your question is that basically, if a woman can see you struggling,
Yeah.
she's got a job, but she's saying she doesn't want to work anymore.
Why would she do that? So
Like-
she's
like,
working
no,
in a
no,
relationship.
you know what? I've had enough of work and I don't. Want
No. What I mean is, say for example, she was working, she got married, she stopped working, she got married, and now 6 months later, the husband was trying his best to do everything, but then he realized, you know what? Like if we keep going like this,
Yeah.
I won't have enough money to cover certain things.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know what his responsibilities.
So she
were.
can find work if she wants
So
to.
she
yeah?
can
she
find
can
work.
find work, but
Yeah.
she's saying, look,
Nah,
Oh,
you're my
she's
husband.
not
You're
a
meant
real
to-
one, then,
this-
isn't
this
it?
is-
That's your role. You're meant to look after me.
She's not a real one, then, isn't it?
I don't know, bro. I disagree, bro.
Why, bruv? If the guy's struggling and he's coming home stressed and like, oh God, this is
No, but
hard,
wait,
man.
wait,
This is
wait,
difficult,
wait,
man.
Wait, is the guy really grafting though?
But he's really grafting. It's not like he's a lazy. If he's lazy, bro, if I was the missus,
Bro,
I'll
give
be
me
like,
an example, bro. How's he grafting?
So
He's
goes
working
9 to
he's
5,
working 60
and
hours a
from
week.
from 5:30 to 12 midnight, he does Uber.
Okay, and bro, I personally think in today's day and age, I think it's absolutely fine for a man to take on 2 jobs,
But he's still not able to make ends meet.
doing Uber plus doing his 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Bro, minimum
Let's say he
pay.
has the old previous gambling habit or something,
Bro,
and now he's paying
bro,
monthly.
No, 1 second. Minimum pay in this country is 28k. Right? On top of that, he's doing Uber an extra 4 hours a day. Bro, he's earning reasonable.
But let's just say his mortgage is interest rates, it went up. Before, let's say before when he had his mortgage, his budget, he was still living paycheck to paycheck. But as soon as the interest rates went up, his mortgage went up by £1,000 extra a month.
Then, bro, to be honest, and in that situation, right, where if a woman still doesn't want to work, right, I personally think you need to come up with other options, and that could be meaning moving out of, for example, if you're living in London, think about making lifestyle changes. That's fine. You don't want to work, right? But this level of me working isn't sustainable. Doing 2 jobs, right? So if that's the case, that's absolutely fine, right? What we'll do is we'll move to a more affordable place,
They were living in a 2-bed, now you're gonna move into a studio, something like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, at the end of the day,
Move out of London
at the
or
end of the day,
something.
look, you know what? As a man, right? If you are gonna be the breadwinner, and that is the set expectation from a woman, right? Then I think that's absolutely fine. But the woman needs to be able to accept what is going to be given under those circumstances, or if she doesn't want to work.
Yeah.
If she doesn't want to do that joint partnership, as you mentioned, right, and make a success or be even more successful, then you unfortunately you have to accept what's coming your way.
100%. I agree, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think bottom line, bro, I think you both have to work, bro. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Really and truly, you both have to work. Look, ideally, obviously, it should be the guy's responsibility to provide and work and provide for all the finances, all the bills and stuff. Yeah, but right, you have to take it by air, man.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
what?
You have to take it by, like, if you're struggling, if you know you're both struggling, you both have to put your work in, bro. You know what I mean?
Bro, you know what? I hear you, right? But very commonly nowadays, right? And I'm not. Please don't take this set in stone, right? Because there's lots of women out there who work consistently and are hard working, right? And I rate them. I really rate them. They stick with full-time jobs all the way throughout their marriage, even whilst having kids and all that sort of stuff, right? That is a proper rough, tough challenge. But there's a lot of women who, if you was to actually ask them, would they want to work? They'd all turn around and say, you know what, I've done it for 5 years. If I could, I'd love to quit my job and just take a break from career and stuff like that. So I think in that sense, right, one of the other things that I'm just considering is, women, they're a lot more stronger emotionally. Men are stronger physically, right? So in terms of being able to go out there, work 2 jobs, you know, graft, and you know, being able to do 9 to 5 for the next 30 years or so, I think that is a natural, you know, wiring for men.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Whereas for women, that's not that's not natural to women.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, there's a lot of strong women out there and they can do that, but at the same time, I don't blame them if they can't. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, I
100%.
completely agree.
Yeah.
That's actually so true. I didn't see it like that.
Yeah.
And you're so right. And I feel like, do you know what it is? You know, if you're a young couple, say you got married, like what advice could you give to young couples in terms of, you know, they're both young, they're both able to work? Because a lot of people, especially young couples, when they think of getting married, especially women, they automatically, I don't know why, but I think social media is the one that's adding to it. And I get it religiously as well. You know, a man's role is to provide and protect. But recently, the younger generation, they're taking that right to the heart. Like, you have to, I don't need to work. Like, do you get it? Some girls are just becoming so comfortable with, they're feeling like, oh, in Islam it says, yeah, the man's role is he has to provide and feel I don't have to work. And yeah, fair enough, you've got a point. But it's like, come on, you're living in a Western country. Like, look at, you know, look at white couples. You know, look at the work colleagues you're working with. There's a lot of elderly women at work.
Oh yeah,
that are not Asian,
100%.
you know, and it just shows like what. Yeah. So going back to my question, what advice would you give to young couples who, you know, they're both to live a better quality of life and to plan better for their future when they're having children, they've got funds and all that stuff? What would your advice be?
Bro, you know what? In all honesty, right? I personally reckon if two, as you said, Answer, if you can create a partnership and 2 people are working, they're grafting together while they're young, while they haven't got any kids, while they haven't got other responsibilities, I reckon they should try making the most of it. Build that foundation together, right? Because once that foundation is built, then after that you're laughing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So in that sense, 100%. Like, as in, whilst you haven't got kids, whilst you're young, you know, take a little hit, and make the most of it. Make the most of it. Make the right investments. Buy a property. Try and knocking down the mortgage as much as possible. Or if you are going down the mortgage route. But yeah, work really, really hard in the first few years, because you know, at that point you're young. Your body is only going to get worse. When I say that, sorry, I mean like physical abilities.
Maybe for you,
right? Right.
it's only gonna get better for me. It can't get any worse.
You know, it's a trajectory, though, isn't it? It's a trajectory. Past the age of 24, 25, you're literally on a gradual decline.
The peak, yeah.
Right. So literally, you just want to you want to be able to make the most of it while your energy levels are still high.
Yeah.
You don't want to start doing that at the age of 35 or, you know, 40. Obviously, of course you can, right? But what I'm saying is, while you're young, you can graft, you can make the most of it while you're young, and that's probably the best. That's probably what I would probably suggest.
Yeah, I mean, the point that you raised earlier when you said that, you know, as a man, have it in your back of my head that, yeah, you are supposed to be the provider. And if you go in, I think, thinking with that sort of mindset that you're going to be the provider, trust me, you're, as a man, naturally, you're going to take that on board and be like, yeah, I need to get this done. I need to step up as a man. I need to start, you know, pulling my weight and providing for my missus. And I think eventually, as you go along, your relationship will be like a bit more balanced, a bit more, innit? So I think your missus will start chipping in a bit more, and then you'll just end up being somewhere where you both are in a happy place, innit? Yeah. So I think, as a man, I think there's more responsibility on your shoulders, and you just got to take on board and be like, yeah, I need to step it up a bit more. Yeah. Obviously, you're going to come to a point where, like, you're going to get tired and you're going to get stressed out and this stuff, but just have it in the back of your mind, this is what man's life is. Do you get me?
Do you know what? Yeah. I completely agree with both of you guys. The reason why I asked this question as well is because my thoughts behind it is, now, what the younger generation don't like doing, especially now, is thinking long term. They think very, very short term. It's like everything's short term situation. So, you know, when they say they don't want to work, they're not actually thinking about, oh, what's going to happen in 10 years' time? What's going to happen when I have children? What's going to happen? Do you get their whole life? They're just thinking about, oh, I'm getting married now. I don't have to work. It's going to be calm and cushy. Yeah. You don't realize, as time goes by, once you're into a marriage, it gets more and more difficult with financial burdens. When you have a child, childcare is expensive. Everything is expensive. So my advice would be to the young couples, if you're getting married at a young age, is try and make a few years of sacrifice, you know, and it's evident. You can, for example, what I'm trying to say is, say you both for 3-4 years you just grind it out, you don't go on as many holidays or the fancy holidays, not the fancy places where you want to eat, you keep it very limited, but your sole mentality is I'm grinding, I'm saving up for the future. Don't have a plan of what I'm going to save up for, just save the money, it's going to be needed one day or another. Do you get it? But then you do that for 3-4 years consistently, you will have fast-tracked your life by 10 years minimum. Like that's how it feel like in terms of all the people that have been on holidays at that age.
It goes both ways, don't it? The first couple of years you have as a married couple, you're not going to get those years back, man.
That's very true as
You're
well.
not getting those years back.
Obviously, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
as well.
and that's what I was going to say as well. There's the offside as
Yeah.
well. But for me, everyone's different. But my like the way I think of it is, those 3 years that I'm struggling, we can have a way better future and we can make more better memories than those 3
Because
years.
the reason why I say that, the grind never stops, bro. Like, in the first 3-4 years, yeah, all right, you might be grinding, and then you might think, oh, I'll save enough money, then kids come along. Then your grind is the kids. You got to look after the kids now. The kids are your number one priority. So that 3-4 years that you've grinded and you've been working hard, where you could have been a little bit more going on holidays and chilling out a little bit more, you're not going to get those years back, man.
Completely agree. But the way I think, which is why I'm weird, is for me, my thought is, say for example, I just got married. My savings is very low, just hypothetically speaking. Now I'm going on holidays. I'm with my paycheck that's coming in every month. This. I'm going on holidays. I won't be able to enjoy my holidays. I won't be able to enjoy the lavish things I'm doing, knowing that, okay, I can afford this, but I can't really afford this. My thought is, imagine when I've made that saving, and when I go on holiday now, I know, you know what, like, I'm going into this holiday and I'm enjoying it because I've got good savings. I've got my rainy day fund. I'm financially not stressing. I can enjoy my bonds with my other half and stuff a lot more. Whereas if, as you were saying, enjoying the holidays young, it will just be playing in my head. Like, while I'm on holiday, I'll be thinking, this time is going quick, the money's gone, what's next? Like,
No, but then you're thinking, oh, I need to get back for school, and that the school's starting in a couple of days, and you got to think about kids and stuff. All those other things start coming to head, innit?
I think, you know what, it's good to try drawing a balance, working out a balance in those, because you know what, Answer, you got a very, very valid point.
Yeah,
but at the
your
same
point
time,
is
Hobbs
really
has got a very valid point, which is basically similar to what I was saying as well, trying to graft and, build a foundation. What my point was, build a foundation, right, graft, right, but then at the same time, try doing 1-2 holidays in between as well. So just like, not excessive, right, but make sure,
2-3.
make sure, yeah, like,
2-3, yeah.
2-3 every couple months.
Maybe like 1 or 2 or something like that.
Get away, a little weekend getaway, innit?
Yeah,
Cottage
you can
kind of
do
thing,
small
you know what I'm
local
saying?
ones.
Exactly,
It doesn't have to be anything big. Right?
That's what I meant, by the way. When I meant grinding, I didn't mean like, oh, you're living a crap life now. You're struggling. It's like you're just saving your money.
You're right. At the end of the day, if you're just gonna be living by paycheck and going out on like cruises, or forget cruises, who goes on that? Right,
on a boat.
But like some nice, like, sort of, I don't know, some more sort of like pricey holidays and stuff like that. Then at the end of the day, you're always going to be reflecting on your bank balance, and you're just going to be thinking, oh, you know what, crap, now I need to start again, this, that, blah, 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 and whatnot type thing. So I think it's important to obviously have a goal, right? But set, like, for example, a small fund on a side for your holidays.
When you hit milestones, you're treating yourself.
Yeah. So
because
just,
you've hit it up.
Yeah, because I think you're right. And Answer, if you don't have that period. That can really, really impact your sort of goals, your motivation, and your mood. Your mood, I think, most importantly, and
your relationship as well, man.
Ultimately, that's going to have a knock-on impact on your relationship, as you said. Guys, I'm going to move on to the next part. Yeah. So obviously, we spoke about guys demanding their wives to work, right? And that's absolutely fine for those who agree with that. But moving on, the next section is, what do you guys reckon about the other way around, right? So, like, for example, the guy doesn't want his wife to work, right? But the wife does want to work. Does want to work.
That's the best wife you can ask for. Imagine. Now you don't have to work. I'm working for us, man.
I mean, to be fair, I think this question is pretty much already somewhat answered because I think we all pretty much agreed it's important for both partners to work. Preferences aside, whatever it is, if finances weren't an issue, but I think
that question that you just said. do you know what I feel like relates to? Because we've all experienced or we've heard of stories of guys who don't want their missus to work, not because of the financial reason, but because they're insecure within themselves and they're jealous.
They're reserved. They want their women to be reserved.
They want women to be reserved. They're worried. Are you working with other genders?
Have you heard the saying recently? Why do you want to go to work and have a boss tell to work around and stuff like that? I'm your only boss, kind of thing, innit? It's a bit mad, bro.
That's mad, isn't it?
Bro, I'm gonna flip the question a bit. I'm gonna flip the question. So, do you know, like you said, obviously the guy wouldn't want the missus to go to work, right?
The guy,
So what if the guy is like, okay, I don't want you to go to work. Sorry, what if she goes, she wants to go to work, right? But then she goes, oh, I'm not gonna do the work at home though. I'm not doing no dishes. I'm not doing any chores or nothing. If I'm going to work.
Rather not.
I think you know what, that's okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
No, I think that's it's a fair point though as well, though, isn't it? Like, it's in.
I'm gonna basically the reason why I said that there's a guy here. His name is Mahdi, right? Have you guys ever heard of him?
No.
Mahdi, basically, he's been going around on social media. I think he's been a while for a couple of years. I think, but I've come across him over the last couple of months. Now, this guy is ultra masculine. This that women should be at home. This that blah blah blah. Yeah. And he's obviously a Muslim brother, yeah. And now he basically goes, I'm gonna show you a clip, yeah.
If let's say that something needs to be done in the house, halas, if I want to do it, I'll do it. The problem arises when it becomes an expectation. Habibi, it's Tuesday, 3 p.m. Why haven't you done the dishes?
Okay.
This is the issue.
But I don't think men should have that expectation on us either.
No. Okay, one second.
Hire me a maid.
One second.
Sister. Habibi, lahza. No problem, sister. I agree with you. I should not have the expectation on you. And you should not have the expectation on me to pay the landlord at the end of the month. We're going to be homeless.
Is he right or wrong?
Okay, hold on.
We're going to be homeless and
your
foodless.
duty is placed upon you from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes.
My duty, no, because in Islam, as a woman, we have rights. And if you want your house clean, hire me a maid.
I agree with Sister Amira.
Yeah.
She said that you should that you should hire a maid. If you want me to clean, I agree. I'll hire the maid and I'll marry the maid.
Boom.
I'll marry the maid.
Okay. So you know.
What? I'll hire the maid and I'll marry the maid. I'm not gonna let this. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you think of the
It's
guy?
just confusing some people.
What do you think of this guy, bro?
Bro,
I don't know if it's an act.
I can't believe if I just heard that, bro. But, to be fair,
What the hell?
Do you think he's got a point? Do you think he's got a point?
Nah.
Honestly, do you think he's got a point?
so basically, I mean, in that video, it seems as though the girl, I don't know her name, she basically doesn't want to pull her weight around the house.
No.
See, bro, I personally have a problem with that. Right? I
But
personally.
what if she's going to work though, in pulling her weight in that sense?
If she's going to work,
Yeah.
then
Like,
bro,
they're both going to work. They're both going to work.
So, bro, I believe in a 50-50 split. Right. So, like, if for example the woman is going to work, right, then you both got to share the household duties. And I think it's only fair, man, because we're all human at the end of the day. Everyone gets burnt out. You can't just expect one person to deal with everything, right? So even with cooking, with cleaning, with gardening, whatever, all that stuff, right? So I think that you just need to work at the balance. And to be fair, bro, this was gonna come on to my next question.
I was going to quickly, before you go on to what if she's like, you're both working now, yeah, and now she pulls the Islam card on you. She goes, your responsibility is to be working, but I'm working as well, right? If I'm doing the responsibility side of things, so why should I be asked to do any chores at home?
Do you know what I think? I'll be completely honest. It's probably no one might agree with me, but I just feel like men should just get that mindset out of their heads where they're thinking, when I get married, her duty should be to do everything, the household duties. But the household duties should be for the girl. I don't even agree with that. I think, like, even me, say for example, I'm working and my missus isn't working. Like, I'm still gonna do my fair share of house chores. That's just like a level of respect. Like, for me, it's like, I'm not a baby in that sense. Like, bro, like, as a man, like, yeah, I don't need to tell anyone, but behind closed doors, like, even if I'm working, I'm providing for my missus and stuff, and she's at home, I'm still gonna make sure that I'm still doing some chores. Like, whether that's cleaning the dishes here and there. Like, do you get it? Like, I'm not gonna just expect her to do it. Like, imagine you come back from work, you had a long day, and now you see your missus. Obviously, she's at home chilling, spending time, whatever, with your family, things like that. like, and you see dishes on the table. Let's just say you see dishes, and it's a little bit piled up, not too much. Like, are you just gonna say, "Oh, what are you doing today? You haven't done this." That's not man. Like, I'll be like, I'll help. I would even tell her. I'll do it without telling her. I feel like that's what a mindset should be. You shouldn't be like, when you're marrying, you shouldn't have like conditions set. Like, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. It's more like everyone's in a different mood. Some days you're gonna be feeling like, yeah, you know what? I feel energetic. Let me do the hoover. Let me hoover around the house. Other days you're gonna look at your missus, even though she's not working and she's just at home, but she could be mentally like going through things. Or
The thing is, that's how it should be, bro. That's how it should be. But then, like, you have that mindset, right? And now the women's been like, okay, that's his mindset, and now she's kind of taking a little bit of liberty now. Like, one day turns into a week turns into a month, and ends up becoming a habit. The man's just doing all the chores.
Nah, then I think the man is too silly.
Do you know what I'm
Like,
saying?
you gotta be fair in doing it. In terms
You gotta
of-
be like, you gotta be strategic in how you actually do go about it. But, look,
100%.
if you're gonna do it, cool, do it. But like, make sure she knows that. Look, I've just come home from work. I'm doing all the dishes and stuff. I'm doing all the hoovering, the bins and everything. Right? Maybe tomorrow you can do it. Whilst I'm coming back to work, why don't you take the bins out or something? You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be some sort of balance. And you can't just let the woman just like chill at home and do nothing.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
If you're talking about 50-50 split,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I think you know when I say 50-50 split, right? You know, I mean, let's face it, right? A lot of women, for example, they work part time. Men still work full time. I don't mean literally 50-50 split. What I mean is, bro, there's a lot of other sort of like other responsibilities of the house, right? So, for example, if somebody's dealing with I don't know, shopping. Shopping is also another responsibility, right? That can still take up a lot of time, energy, and you know, putting the shopping away and all that sort of stuff. But I think overall, I think a proper partnership comes with, like, you know, what's that word? I'm trying to think of it in English. You know, esos, right? You know, having consideration for each other. So, you know, bro, at the end of the day, we're all human, right? And, you know, if we just are just a little bit mindful of our partners and just think, you know what, okay, today they're having a rough day, they're struggling, or this, that, or, you know, they may not be feeling in the right mind frame and all that sort of stuff, then the other partner should just pick up
100%. It shouldn't be black and white.
That's
It
it.
shouldn't be
That's
black and white.
what-
There's some
yeah.
grey areas as always.
Yeah.
Like you said, if one day you come home and you're tired and whatnot, there should be some sort of like leeway in terms of, okay, you know what, let me do the dishes today. It's easy, man.
So, bro, reacting to that video, bro, I would say I don't agree with either one of them. That's a simple fact, bro. I don't agree with the woman, right? And I don't agree with the man. Because, you know, what she's basically doing is quoting what Islam says, right? You can't just quote Islam where it suits you, right? I'm not saying she is, right? But what I'm saying is, right, that you know, typically, as you said, you gave another you asked a secondary question, and that is that basically, you know, if what happens where women start quoting Islam, and you know what, this is the saddest thing. This is the saddest thing about people in Muslim households, right? You know, they don't focus on the basics of Islam, right? But when it comes to the Islamical rights, they want to highlight that. They want to highlight that to everyone and be like, you know what, oh, you should feel ashamed of yourself. You know what, even in Islam, this, you know, this, that, blah, 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 you need to be doing things like that. You're the breadwinner. You should be doing this, that.
That goes other extreme as well. When
yeah,
it comes to guys as well,
yeah.
guys will be like, "Oh, yeah, the girl needs to do everything. She needs to clean the house and stuff." But
Definitely.
when the
Yeah.
guy's not
Fix
earning
up.
nothing,
Yeah.
like he's not even providing
He's a bum.
anything.
Listen,
Yeah,
You know.
Listen, bro. You know, look. You know what? Let's not get into the Islamical side of things, right? But I think, generally speaking, I think it's only fair in today's day and age, right, for both people to pull their weight. If one person's not pulling their weight and not providing and all that, regardless of, like, for example, you know, Islam says hire a maid for your missus and all that sort of stuff. Bro, I'm sorry, but in today's day and age, you have to truly reflect and actually think to yourself, what are you really bringing to the table if that's the attitude you're gonna have? If the wife is actually turning around and saying, you know what, you're gonna have to hire a maid. You honestly, bro, that's for me. I'm just thinking, bro, wait, what are you good for? What are you good for? Like if for example you're not working or you know you're not like as in, what are you actually bringing to the table?
that's when Sakib's like, "I've married a maid, bro."
Do you know what?
No. So once again, I'm not in agreement with him because what he's doing is he's trying to set conditions. He's saying one or the other. Bro, just find the balance.
Yeah.
That's it. Bro, I personally think, you know what? I encourage couples to work, right? Both, right? I think it will probably be good. But for me personally, I like the fact that I can go to work, I can switch off from home. It gets me away from home. If I'm at home, bro, I get bored. So I need to go to work. I find that a getaway, bro. When I'm at home, and for example, I'm dealing with household chores and all that, bro. That's even more frustrating. I still do it because you know you have to, right? Otherwise you're a lazy bum, basically, pretty much, right? But the fact is, bro, that I find more mentally straining, right? So which job is actually harder, going doing your 9 to 5 or doing the household chores? So have respect for each other's roles. If one person is doing household chores a little bit more than the other person, maybe help them out a little bit. Do a little bit extra sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Do you know what? Relating to that video as well, again, I feel like that's like the most unrealistic thing, because the people that are speaking between one another, they're not even husband and wife. At the end of the day, you know, you know your partner the most out of everyone, right? So you would instantly know if someone is feeling a burden, or they feel like, okay, they're finding a struggle to cook and clean or whatever. So you as a man, when you love someone, or even vice versa as a woman, you're going to do whatever you can in your means to support your other half. So for me, I just feel like the people, you see all of these videos and stuff, and these people just talking about men and women. They're not talking about husband and wife. You know, when you're in a couple,
That's
together,
very, very true.
You know, it's so true. When you get actual husbands and wives together, let them have that conversation, and you see they wouldn't be very direct to the rules
100%.
and the books. They'll be lenient towards each other because they
100%.
love each other.
As couples, right, you have certain sort of love for each other, right? And you know, sometimes it's finer bits, right? Like for example, you know, during one's pregnancy, did the man waking up in the middle of the night to go, not McDonald's anymore, right? But you know, like
Late night cravings.
late night cravings, running down to Tesco,
Bro,
whatever.
you see this brother, yeah? Do you know what he said? Because when his missus was pregnant, yeah, he was asleep, and he did it on purpose.
While she was giving birth.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, come on.
That's how you know, bro. Like,
He was literally, he's like, all right, cool. I'll let the ambulance come in. Yeah, let him take my missus, take her to the hospital. I'm just gonna be here and sleep. Don't disturb me.
My wife went into labor,
Yes.
and I said to Habibti, mashallah, you got this?
Yeah.
Called the ambulance, they were on their way.
Yeah.
Made sure the door was open. I said, I'm off to bed. Not just that, you know, on the new iPhone, on the 13 onwards, you can put the white noise.
Yes.
I put the ocean wave thing on, bruv, so that I'm not disturbed, because it was early in the morning, like next to my ear. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, a couple hours later, we got a baby.
Yeah.
He's
Just
chatting.
look. One second. No. It's not chatting.
No, this is real story.
This brother.
you can't even lie. That's just sad on the miss. That's sad on the girl, bro.
This is what I'm saying, bro. There's a lot of like, people take these things to extreme level, man.
Yeah.
You know what I
They
mean?
do
What-
this it has to be for show.
I don't know, bro. I think they actually do think.
I genuinely think there are genuine people who do actually have that sort of mindset and that attitude.
Both sides, men and women,
man,
men and women.
I personally find that a little bit backwards, bro. It's just not keeping up to date. Like as in, and you know, your mindset is still stuck like 120, 100, 200 years back. So I think people just need to be realistic, get with it with times, and you know, just try understanding that, you know what, it just doesn't work like that anymore. Maybe once upon a time when, you know, it wasn't safe for women to work, it wasn't safe for women to get out, and you know, women didn't really have much of a voice. Fair enough, but you know, in today's world, you know, you got to empower women. You know, do you know what I mean?
100. Everyone just wants an easy way out, man. Everyone's trying to find loopholes on how to make their life easier.
Yeah.
That's what it is. By the end of the day, bro, the more you struggle for things you want, the more you're gonna enjoy the benefits.
Yeah, but I see certain aspects of why like men are like that, because it's coming back to the point where like the society is trying to make men and women equal now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to make men like less of a man, women less of a more of a man, basically.
Yeah.
And I agree.
And I'm not in a sense. No, I feel like the way the society is pushing it is basically making men more weaker.
Bro, you know what the thing is, yeah? I personally, so I'm trying to think of my wording over here, right? You know, men and women, unfortunately, the realistic fact is you can never ever make them equal, right? In my personal opinion, right? You're just never going to be equal, because you're built different. You're physically built different. You're mentally built different. Your tolerance levels are different. And you know, your emotional states are different. So right, so you know, no matter how much people try to do that try to say, yes, you know what men can do, women can do. I get that. That's like feminist talking. But if anything, I personally, there's lots of talks out there on that. And, if you watch them in detail, I think most women themselves, they'd also agree as well, right? That don't compare us to men. Like, as in, because at the end of the day, what men can do, I think they realize that it's not necessarily what women can do. And same vice versa. What women can do, men can't do.
Yeah. I mean, society is pushing equality a lot right now. Yeah. I think they should be pushing fairness instead of equality. Yeah. Because fairness doesn't always equal equality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyways, man.
But yeah.
Right, lads. I think, in all honesty, so the finding the balance at home was the last aspect, but we've already covered that. So yeah, glad. Lads, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to expand on.
I mean, this topic, bro, it's a very massive topic.
Yeah,
man.
it is. It's humongous.
We can go on for days, bro.
Yeah.
We can go on for days.
And in all honesty, I'm sure we'll probably come back to it
100%.
at some point in future.
100%.
I'm just shocked, man.
What about, bro?
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, after this whole podcast, it's just made me realize, like, is everything fake, or do people actually go? Like, are there actual people that believe men have to do this, women have to do this, and you have to follow this rule and these conditions, no matter what, no matter how you're struggling, no matter what, men has to provide, women have to stay at home and stuff like.
Bro,
I'm struggling.
Bro, you know what the thing is? There's a lot of men out there who have that mindset where, you know what, as you said, I'm sure it was you earlier on, who said that basically they don't want their missus to go out and work because of their own personal insecurities. Well, they'd never admit that. They'd never ever admit that, but they're going to be like, they don't want their missus mingling with other men. They don't want them conversing with other men, even if it's professional. They don't want another man to manage them and all that sort of stuff. And I just think, man, that's
backwards.
That's so
I don't know,
sad, man, to have that thought process.
It is sad, bro. It is sad.
I
but
get a bit of
I
it
see it as well. I get it as well.
it because let's be honest, men are vulgars, generally speaking.
Nah, bro.
Like, the truth is, I'm not going to
If
be
you
around
can
the bush.
protect it, or if you can avoid it,
Then by all means you would.
yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't be so
man.
insecure and worry about the reason why. So the thing that I don't get is, fair enough, you have those. But when you have that relationship with your missus, you have that understanding. So you kind of know, there's a fine line between stepping the mark and not. And
but bro, what I'm saying is, like, as in, if that's the level of insecurity you've got with your partner, then you shouldn't have married that person. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but is it insecurity though? But you're still actually looking out for your missus, aren't you? Like, for example, right?
Bro, you can still look out for them.
No, let me give an example. Yeah, like, your missus got a choice between going to work in a hospital where there's, like, let's just say in the maternity ward where there's more like women working in the workplace, or she's got a choice of going into a law firm where it's more male dominated, right? There's a choice. Would you want your missus to be going to the maternity ward or the law firm? Be honest. And you have to bear in mind the law firm has got more males, and the maternity ward's got more females. So with her working in the maternity ward, she knows she's working with a lot of women, but in the law firm, you know that she's going to be mingling with a lot of men.
Bro, you know what the thing is? I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, right? That to be fair, just think of like engineering or mechanical or something like that. Or
any male-dominated
section.
You work in a football stadium.
I think realistically, no desi man is probably gonna want that, right?
Exactly.
But I think in like, for example, coming back to the usual sort of, like, for example, I don't know, it could be school teacher, it could be their degree related, or like, for example, they could be a healthcare professional, or they could be in a law firm, for example, as you mentioned. I think, bro, all of those areas, they're still professional. They still hold professional remits. So they're professional organizations. I can understand, like, for example, if it's a place where it's like a private company or private organization or something like that, where it's going to be male dominated, fair enough, I get that, right? But then if it's a professional organization, bro, I don't think men should be thinking like that, because there's
this is why I disagree, man. I think you put a female into a male dominated environment, you're asking for trouble, man. And I'm not even saying in a misogynistic way at all. I think as a man, I know how men think, and I know how men operate as well, right? And this is what I'd say. This is what I'm saying. If you can avoid it, I'd say avoid it in the first place. I think if you're gonna give that that freedom, okay, if you're gonna work there, you can work there, but then just know this can come with problems. You see what I'm saying?
I think you know what, we need to probably get into more sort of like specific examples, like in order to have this sort of conversation.
It's
I don't know,
fine
what
for
do
the
you
woman
reckon?
to work in the law firm if you own the law firm yourself. Then by all means,
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
I want to hear it from you. What would you
Yeah.
want?
What's your views?
I'll be completely honest. If the choice was there, which 99% of the time choices aren't there, people are just going to choose. People can't choose which job they have. They're grateful enough to even get the job in the first place. But I'll be honest. If for example, my miss says to me, "I've got an offer to work in the maternity ward, or I've got a law firm," I'll say, "Work in the maternity ward. I won't force work in the maternity ward. I won't force her to."
But would you say is that coming from your insecurity?
That's coming from me trying to protect my wife.
This what I'm saying. But
It's
I
not
don't
about
think it
being
should be
insecure.
insecure.
It's me being like, for me, I see everything as percentages
Yeah.
and risk.
Yeah.
I think even though I know she won't do anything wrong in both.
Yeah.
And she still
Obviously you still got to trust in your missus,
I still
innit?
got the trust.
Whether
But
she
for
works
me,
in both.
I'm mitigating.
See, bro, I'm not getting this.
I can't even finish my sentence.
I'm not getting this. I'm not getting this because the thing is, what you guys are saying is, I'm doing it to protect, right? But then, of course, you know, she knows, there's still the trust and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
This is what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you're still saying these can come with problems. So I'm struggling to work out how are these a problem if you've got trust and if you and if you don't have any doubt that your missus is going to do anything wrong.
Because sometimes problems can happen not from your missus doing something wrong, but someone doing it to your missus. Like for example, you're in a male-dominated area, you're working, and you know your missus might be the only female there.
Okay.
Now, you say you're going for lunch. I'm just thinking of something on the top of my head, but I'm just trying to give an example. You're going for lunch, and now you're all having a laugh, this, and now, you know, all the other men, they're speaking, like when men speak with men.
It's like vulgar. It's a bit vulgar, yeah.
It's a bit more, you're not thinking before you speak. And now it's passed on to your missus, and now your missus, not the act of someone doing it to your missus wrong, but just your missus being around that surrounding.
But then, bro, if for example, men will be men, right?
Yeah.
And men do have lots of men-led conversations, right? Which may not be appropriate in women's surroundings. I personally think that a woman would probably avoid sitting in those atmospheres. For example, if it's the lunchtime, you know, why is she gonna be?
No, but what I was saying,
lunch?
the chances of that happening in a male-dominated in a workplace is higher than in a female-dominated workplace. So I'm saying
you're not doing it because of your insecurity.
That possibility of that happening is way more higher. Do you get me? So you're kind of it's a bit like damage limitation a little bit, innit?
Yeah.
Because you're avoiding the scenario altogether.
So what my plan is, you're trying to mitigate the risks.
I think that still holds some level of insecurities.
Not really, bro. I don't think it's
I think so.
insecurity. I don't think it's insecurity.
I think it's more of a case of some men will choose that for the wife to work in the maternity ward for that selfish reason, because they're insecure, they're worried something is going to happen,
Bro,
because they don't have that trust.
Bro,
But
you know what the thing is? Like, sorry, bro, I don't mean to cut you short.
No, it's fine.
I think
It's fine. It actually is fine.
I think
This is an interesting conversation. Go on.
This is a wicked
but
conversation.
I think fuck, I forgot my thought.
Yes, that's what happens when you interrupt.
No, but bro, it comes back to like it's like me saying like, are you gonna be okay with your missus being in a room full of men that men are trying to chat you up your missus, but you got that trust in your missus, like, and no one's gonna say anything to her missus, and she's gonna be alright with it. Why would you want that in the first place? Why would you
allow
want
that even to be in the
Yeah, exactly. Why would you even allow that in the first place?
Bro, work is work.
It doesn't matter.
Work
bro.
is
I'm
work,
saying there's a
bro.
choice. There's a choice between
No.
working in a law firm
but
and
bro. At the end of the day, if you've got a law degree, right, you know, you've gone through that. You're going through that career. You're pursuing your career in that field.
No, that's fine.
I think
If that's the field, that's fine.
yeah.
But I'm saying there's a choice now. There's a choice
Where's the
between
choice?
the maternity ward and a law firm. Okay, forget about
what
maternity
lawyer's
ward.
gonna work in
Okay, fine.
maternity?
Forget about it. If there's
Okay.
one workplace, one workplace is all female dominated.
Yeah.
A law firm that's all female dominated.
Okay.
And there's another law firm that's all men dominated.
Uh-huh.
And there's a choice between what workplace you can go to.
Yeah.
wouldn't you want her to go to the female-dominated workplace?
Yeah, of course.
That's the whole. That's the whole. That's exactly. And that's it.
If there's a choice,
Yeah.
if there's a choice, but But earlier you also agreed, bro, that basically in today's world,
90%, there was no
90% of the
choice.
chance there's the very limited.
Yeah, obviously
choices.
that's in the
And
real
bro-
world, isn't it?
And bro,
Of course.
let's be real, man. Like, as in how many women actually end up going and working in like garages, you know, mechanicals and all that sort of stuff. Realistically, bro, it's hardly
Not
ever the
many,
case. Even you know, Desis, hardly any Desi women join the army, for example. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know a single one. I don't know a single one.
So this is what I'm trying to say, right? That bro, how did this topic come? Right? This topic started because we were talking about them sort of men who feel insecure with their missus working. Bro, the examples you're giving, they don't apply.
Why
to
they don't apply?
majority. No, they don't apply because bro, it hardly give me.
It's not real life.
It's not real life,
Yeah.
bro. It hardly.
No,
ever
but I'm
happens
not
where-
saying it's not real life. I'm just saying that as a man, you still want that for your missus, innit?
Yeah.
You don't want her to be in a firm or in a workplace that's going to be all male dominated. I don't think that's come from insecurity, bro.
But do you know, we need to flip it around as
Bro,
well. Same for the
I think-
woman. The woman wouldn't want you to work
100%.
in a workplace full of women.
100%.
And if the option was, do you want to work in a maternity ward full of women or a law firm? She's going to say, work in that law firm.
100%, bro.
Just like we're going to say, work in that maternity.
Bro, first of all,
Ward.
if you love someone, right, there's so the word insecurity. I just want to correct that a little bit. Yeah, the word insecurity. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a little bit insecure. Right. So a lot of men, they become defensive when they say, when they get quoted as though, you know, I think you might be a little bit insecure there. You may well be. I may well be. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, do you know what I mean? If you love someone, there's going to be some levels.
I'd rather be a little bit
It
insecure.
shows that you care for
Exactly.
that. Like you
So
want-
there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a little bit insecure. Of course, yes, right. You know, as Desis, and forget Desis, as men, right? You know, we don't hold our women up as trophies. Do you know what I mean, right? So at the end of the day, right, we're the sort of people who probably would prefer for women to be working in, if for example, if not a female dominated, but at least a fair mix. Do you know what I mean? That's me personally. Right. So I've forgotten. Yeah. So coming back to the maternity section, right? You know, at the same time, if for example there's a male doctor working in like gynecology, for example, I'm just saying, like, for example, dealing with women organs and all that sort of stuff, I'm sure that's probably gonna build some level of insecurity to the woman. So my point is, there is aspects of insecurity. That's all. That's just a simple point that I'm talking about. And if for example a woman is working in a in a garage or something like that, which is mainly like male dominated or something like that, I think in those aspects, yes, fair enough, there will be some level of insecurity, and that's absolutely fine. And this is where your preference would come in, that basically I'd rather her work in a more sort of mixed environment or more female dominated.
But that's the thing, though. It's not. I don't think there's anything to do with trust, though, innit?
No,
'Cause
it's not to do with trust.
Obviously, everyone's got trust in the partners, but like to avoid the situation altogether, you'd rather just not let them. But I'm saying you'd not rather just have that preference of you not working in that situation in the first place, innit?
Do you know what the real test is? The real test is because we were talking about realistic experiences. Realistically, what happens is a woman will find a job. Even when they apply, they wouldn't even know if the team is dominated with a man or a woman. You don't know your team.
You don't know, yeah,
You
exactly.
go to the interview, you only see your the interview panel. So the question should be: say your missus is working, you know, and it ends up working in a male-dominated industry or in a workplace where it's just male-dominated. How would you feel as a man now? Now, would you tell your missus to stop working? You know, rather than giving them the choice of, where would you work? They're already working. You know, you're marrying them, they're working. Now, do you feel some sort of insecurity knowing that your missus is going to work and is working in a male-dominated area? And I think that's what the real question should be.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And I just want to hear your points on that.
So let's come up with a few examples.
Are we on loop? Is one gonna be on, like, I'm gonna say
Go ahead, round, aren't we?
No, it's fine. Go on, Ski.
Why is it me? Man, you go first, bro.
Yeah, go on,
first.
Nancy, you
Actually,
leave off first.
before we go, can we come up with a few list of male-dominated professions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Football.
Working in a football stadium.
Okay, football, yeah. Bro, I put my hands up, bro. That there would be insecurities.
I've got another one. Working in the gym.
Nowadays 50-50. Nowadays a lot of
That's
50-50.
pretty much 50-50.
What building? Like builders.
Construction.
Yeah, construction. That's bad.
That's bad, bro.
Bro, constructions are even worse, bro. They're gonna create a loft extension just
Nah, bro. No. If it's constructions, bro, I'd be straight, bro. I wouldn't want my partner working there because, bro, it's not. Yeah, it's not about vulgar, bro. Like, as in the level of professionalism is just terrible with construction. Like, sorry, no offense to laborers and all that sort of stuff, but you know, if you dealt with laborers, you'd know. Like, majority, there's very limited.
What about finance?
I think finance is
I
fine,
think it's a
bro.
good industry.
I think finance is fine because, bro,
They're not
there's
professionals.
bro, you know what the thing is in finance nowadays, bro. A lot of women are going into the finance world, right? And this is where that whole industry is changing. And to be fair, bro, even back in the from back in the day, there were always women in finance. It's just that there was a smaller amount, but now things are changing, and now it's pretty much becoming a good skill mix, good mix of both genders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What was the original question?
What was the point?
What was your point, bro?
What's your point, Hobbs, bro?
Yeah, Hobbs.
Oh no, sorry. The original question was, you know, your missus is working.
Yeah.
Whether it's, let's just assume it's in a male-dominated industry or workplace. Now you're married. Would a man, not you personally, because we all know our answer would be no. Let's be honest. But just generally speaking, how could someone feel insecure, or what causes them to feel insecure about their missus working in a male-dominated area? Like, is it something that men would be worried about, or something that they would even think twice about?
The thing is, yeah, again, it comes back to insecurity, innit?
Yeah.
Like, as a man, of course, like, you want to have trust in your missus, but like just the thought of your missus working in like a team full of males, like, it's gonna rub you off the wrong way, isn't it? It's gonna make you feel like, oh, bro, like, what's like, even though you can have the most trust in your missus, like all the trust in the world, yeah, but obviously at some point you might have one of the guys that try it on with your missus. You know what I'm saying? Or they might start in a comment or something, right? You want to avoid that altogether. You know what I'm saying? You'd rather not have her work in a place where you know that's a possibility.
So would you, not you, but generally speaking, would someone speak to their missus and say, listen, I think you should look for a different job?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you have that?
100%,
Is it something
100%,
to bring up, or
100%.
would
I
you-
think so.
100%,
I think so. If it gets to a point where it starts impacting your relationship, and you know, for example, if you realize, you know what, it's not quite working, I'm starting to like, it's starting to have a little psychological impact on me, then yeah, I think it's healthy to have that conversation, and you know, try figuring out options.
And I think
You know
as
what
a
mean?
girl, she should be a bit more like, oh, yeah, I get it, sort of thinking that. I don't think she'd be like, oh, why are you feeling insecure? Why are you feeling insecure? I think as a female, she should understand, like, yeah, obviously a man is going to feel like that.
Okay, bro,
You know what I
listen, I'm going to switch it up a little bit, yeah? I'm going to switch it. Not necessarily male-dominated. I'm talking about, like, less professional environments. So, for example, let's, I don't know, sorry for those who work in Tesco's, but let's just use that as an example, yeah? Because
Like
Tesco's-
retail, just
retail. Let's use retail. Let's use
Macadis.
a clothes
Macadis.
a clothes shop.
TK Maxx.
Or TK Maxx.
That's
or-
a sick place to.
TK Maxx is still a little bit alright, bro. People just pack shelves.
Nigga,
and
What
good deals.
about next?
No, next was good.
Or
How you used to
yeah.
work there.
Yeah, I go to the next. Just with Primark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Primark.
Yeah.
Primark.
Primani, bro.
Primani.
That's like going college, no? Like your missus working there. That's like
pretty much like
that's you down. That's you not being a man. That's you not fulfilling your role. I'm gonna stick to those conditions
Sorry
now.
for all the people working in Primark. I'm so sorry.
No, but it's a grind. Step up, innit? That's peak. I
Well,
was
you
joking.
man just violated there. You man
It was
fully violated.
That was all Hobbs, bro.
Bro, if you're married and your missus working, I'm joking, by the way. I was just.
He's not joking.
I
He's
am.
not joking.
I am. You need to do some more Uber shifts or whatever you're doing.
Say sorry, bro.
Nah, I do apologize.
you were egging it on, bro.
I wasn't making it, bro.
Nah, I don't apologize to the man. I apologize to the missus working at Primark. I feel so sorry for you, not just.
What about Tesco?
No, bro, working in retail is not bad. Like, bro, at the end of the day, it's a
Yeah,
job.
but the thing is, bro, you know, in these places,
Mm.
because there's less professionalism there. That's the reason I'm saying that, right? Like, saying you pretty much get away with saying whatever to your colleagues.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I'm not saying
It's very casual.
it's a lot more casual. So I don't know, like would stuff like that bother you?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think it will bother me. I wouldn't. Do you know what the truth is? Like, unless we're speaking about this topic, it wouldn't even come into my mind. That's the truth. Like, for me, that's not something that would come into my mind. Like, because the truth is, look, we're all men, right? We're hardworking people. We work with both genders. There's no like male dominated or female. Like, whenever the client comes or whatever, it could be a female, it could be a male. We're still gonna do our work. We're still gonna act professional.
But the thing is, yeah, we all worked in like mixed scenarios, right?
Yeah.
We know what can happen, right? There's a possibility that something can happen if there's a mixed scenario. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm not saying like obviously you should be insecure and be like on our case about what you're doing, who you're going up to, who you're gonna have lunch with, that sort of thing. But like as a man, you're gonna be a little bit insecure, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you have to be a little bit. You have to be a little bit like
because look, if for example you're a married couple and there's no level of insecurity whatsoever.
Exactly.
There's a
That's
your love.
something
Your,
I think
your
there's
relationship
I think
is
there's other
actually
two things.
questionable.
I think there's other two things.
You know what?
Having a guy is just like you just the C word.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Having a guy is just the C word.
Yeah.
Or the guy's getting up to no good himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Basically. So I personally think it's a little bit healthy to have those feelings. Yeah.
It's a good thing. You should go home and tell your missus, I don't want you working with men. You just say, listen, like, just there's a lot of things that men can do. You know, like, unfortunately, the world is cruel. Like, if we could, we would protect everyone we can. But at the end of the day, like, it shouldn't be a case of you demanding from your missus not to work. It's you teaching her, or you both learning together what the other genders can do these situations. Like, just have a discussion with your wife and say these situations can occur. It's not something I'm thinking about, but I just don't want something that we've worked so hard for, just for that little slip up to ruin it. Just having those conversations, I'm sure she'll understand as well. But yeah, man, working at Primark.
But bro, sorry, the original question was this, that basically there's a lot of men out there who just don't want their missus to work full stop. They just don't even want them communicating with men. Bro, so coming back to the original question, bro, I think that is
extreme.
That is extreme, bro.
Unless it's not if it's the missus' choice, say she's, she wants that herself as well, then we have to respect that. But it's when the man is demanding that from the missus, and the missus is doing it because the husband said it, not because they really want to do it themselves.
Because, bro, I think, look, you know what? If you restrict your missus quite a bit, it's a bit like,
Jail.
bro. First of all, psychologically, she's gonna feel as though she's suppressed.
Yeah, she's gonna retaliate.
Right? And then there will be retaliation. There will come a point where basically either she's basically gonna come out of that sort of shell, and she's pretty much gonna blow up.
She's gonna rebel,
right?
Yeah.
Or then it might even get to that point where basically she starts doing it behind your back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think generally speaking, man, men shouldn't be trying to restrict their misses and trying to suppress, because ultimately what you're doing is you're suppressing, right? So I think men need to have a serious reflection on that. And
to be honest, bro, like, the saying is so true. Whatever's meant to be will be. Sometimes you just need to. You can't control every situation. No one can control every situation. Sometimes you just have to have trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and just have that trust, and just pray for the best. Sometimes it's better not thinking about it than actually thinking about it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if it's gonna happen, it will happen. Whether it happens secretly or not, it will happen. So you just have to hope you marry the right person and just pray for the best.
Inshallah.
I think that's what advice can you give? It's something that,
bro,
if it's gonna happen, it will.
At the end of the day, bro, if something does happen in it, then
If it does happen, unfortunately, you roll the wrong girl.
That's it, bro. That's it. You just gotta like crack on in it,
You have to crack on.
and work out what's your next steps.
Yeah, you just have to apply for a job in the maternity ward.
Marry the maid, bro.
Marry the That is funny, man.
Alright, guys, should we wrap it up here?
Wicked.
Guys, wicked episode, man. So keep smash it.
Sakib, very, very good points,
Yeah, man.
Bro, next week something else, bro.
Yeah.
I've already thought about it. But I'm not gonna put any spoilers just yet. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Tune in next week. Tune in next week episode. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. Catch you guys next time. Take care.
Take care.
Peace.